Is there something from the KVJ show you need an update on, something you missed? Because if you miss one day of the KVJ show, you just might be lost. Something might happen. We got a ton of stuff that is always happening here on this show. You miss a day, you'd be like going, whatever happened to that? Like, all of a sudden, there's a new traffic guy. What happened to Evelyn? She was in there whooping you guys and doing slap shots and all kinds of stuff, and now I don't hear her anymore.
I miss Evelyn. I love Parker Star, but I miss Evelyn.
Yeah, they just is really a department that's kind of out of our reach, and they just move things around, I guess, for other people's conveniences and the way they thought things are going to work better. And so she is still with us, just a different time of day. So she's on in the afternoons, and they moved Parker in to do our traffic. So that's really what that is. But still love Evelyn. She's still around. You just got to hear her at a different time.
I just messaged her yesterday, too, asking her when her next fight is. We still, even though she's not on the air with us in the morning, we want to support her in her boxing career and her quest to go pro and leave radio behind. It's the one person that I hope doesn't stay in radio. I hope she goes professional with her boxing because she's a badass.
Yeah, she is. Very good at what she does. People asking also about the departure of Suits, and they want to know how he is doing. I did think about him this week because they were talking about the heat dome that has been over the Northeast, and they said it was so hot that in Philadelphia, the trains had to go slower because the tracks were expanding because of the heat, and they showed a train in Philadelphia. I'm like, I wonder if that Suits his train. And somebody had said, yeah, I thought maybe it'd be a 10-minute delay. It took an extra 50 minutes for me to get from my normal stop to the other. It was going that slow.
Suits is working his way up the ladder with the railroad, and he is now like training to be like a conductor. Like he is quickly advancing through the whole program, and he's still keeping his dream alive of being a pilot. So, you know, like during the week he does the train stuff, but then he's taking private flying lessons on the weekend.
Smart.
Because it's pay as you go, unlike the flight school where they wanted $100,000 up front.
Wow. I have a stupid, silly thought. If you can drive a train, can you drive a plane? Are they at all similar?
I don't think they're similar.
Dumb question?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. It felt dumb, right? But like in the middle of it, asking. I kind of wish I wouldn't have even brought it up.
But the mentality, I think, is the same. It's a guy who likes to travel and be in charge of the vehicle, and Suits is good at that.
He is. Yeah, he is. He's good at running things.
Yes. So we cheer for him, and we check in with him all the time.
Somebody was asking about Jbird's hip. I know he was going to be getting a replacement, and then he didn't. So what is going on with that?
So I got that epidural shot, and I feel so much better. I'm sleeping good, and I don't want to say a set date because I did that last time, and then I feel like people got mad at me because I didn't do it, and I don't know.
You got sick. They wouldn't have operated on a person who has the flu.
Well,
you had the flu on the date that you were supposed to have surgery. They won't operate on you.
I had a terrible case of the flu, and I'm not kidding you. I wasn't right for about 2 weeks plus, and when I finally got better, I was kind of in a depression from just being so down with no energy. And I'd do the show and I'd go back home. I just was not feeling well. And I missed some work too. I didn't feel like going from that right into an operating table. I just didn't. And then we had the Snack Pack show coming up and then the movie. And I get it. Don't put your health in front of work. Unfortunately, I got to put work in front of my health.
But you're thinking about maybe doing it after the movie wraps.
Yes, but I'm right now. I am doing well. I feel good. I'm sleeping well. My hip feels good. We've managed the pain for right now.
They say those epidural shots last like a couple months. Do you have the next one scheduled? Can you schedule it before you're in pain?
Now I feel like I'm on the stand, Kevin, and I don't want to answer any more questions.
Well, that's what I would be getting.
Somebody brought Barbara Walters back from the dead.
Take a seat, Barbara.
Oh, sorry.
No.
Sorry for looking out for my friend.
No, the only reason why I'm saying, because I really don't, I have no answers for you. I really don't.
Well, I'd be setting that thing up now.
You're a responsible adult in some areas of life. In some areas, you are very responsible.
Medically? Oh, yes.
Yes, I know.
I use my health insurance.
Yes, she does.
They don't make money on me.
And a question here for KVJ Update. When did Denny's stop vaping and why? I used to vape all the time. I had to move away. When I picked back up on the show, he all of a sudden is a non-vapor. what exactly happened. Now, I got to tell you, it's a good thing that he is not vaping now. There was a story out today from the University of California, Davis. They say disposable vapes may be more harmful than traditional cigarettes.
Whoa.
They tested 7 flavored e-cigs from popular brands, and they found that the disposable vapes released elevated levels of cancer-causing toxic metals like lead, nickel, and antimony. I don't even know what that is. Some devices emitted more lead in a day than 20 packs of cigarettes.
Lead?
Yeah, now the ciggies have more carcinogens in them overall, but vapes were found to have higher levels of heavy metals. Wow, terrible stuff. It's a great thing that you gave up there, Denny's. So why?
I originally gave up vaping so I could save money for my wedding. It was a way to get supplemental income. Just because Jen and I paid for our entire wedding ourselves so that we wouldn't owe anything after it was done.
Gotcha.
Okay. Admirable.
But
Very
yeah,
nice.
and then I figured it was a good move anyway. I always take, anytime you get sick, you usually use that time to quit something. I don't know if anyone else does that. That tends to be when I quit things.
Okay.
Because you're already in a you're in a bad mood. You can't really, if you got a sore throat or you're coughing, you're less likely to be vaping or smoking or whatever you're trying to do.
Should be less likely.
There's some people who don't care.
Some people fight through it. I don't know.
Wow. They will.
But if you can go just 6 days without it really does get a lot easier. I'd say 6 days under your belt, it really is easier to quit. I mean, you'll still be thinking about it. But if you can get 2 weeks under, I'd say it gets 50% easier.
Okay.
And if you can get one more week in there, I feel like you can start losing the temptations. You know,
Break the habit.
Yeah, I think it's like 21 to 28 days. If you're serious about breaking a bad habit, and you do the exercises or whatever, and you're proactive, they say you can get a bad habit out of your system in 28 days.
Isn't there a movie about that?
Yeah.
They used the 28 days in
28 days, yeah.
But yeah, if you can just get if you can get 2 weeks under your belt, I find it's a lot easier to quit once you get 2 weeks under, because then now you've committed enough time to it that you're like, all right, let me see how far I can go with this.
That's how I feel about exercising and dieting. If you are out of shape and you've been eating bad, if you can get to that third full week of getting better and making better choices, you kind of can go on a run.
You start seeing the benefits of it. If you can go 1 month of just doing sit-ups, you can start seeing the benefits of it. It doesn't really take that long.
So many things in my life, it's about breaking a pattern. I do it just because it's what I do every day at a certain time in a certain way. And you break that pattern, you get out of it. It's easy to give up when you do.
And I think that 28 to 30 days is just kind of, just an average type for everybody.
Probably where you're not thinking about it anymore.
Yeah, some people it may take 45 days. Some people may take 25 days, but that's sort of the sweet spot.
Okay. And one more question here. I don't know if this is even an update, but I guess they think maybe they missed the name of the KVJ horror movie that is going to be coming out this coming fall. Has that been announced yet?
It was announced last year, but it's changed this year.
Okay.
Something in my life has changed.
Oh, so it's personal.
And it's not about at all Honey Face. I know you go, it's about Honey Face, your girlfriend. No, something else happened. So we're going a different route this year.
Okay.
It's the most personal movie from Steven Jbird.
Wow.
Okay. This is, wow, how I dig it into his soul.
Inside the man.
There'll be a story for the movie premiere. There's going to be a slideshow. There's going to be a presentation.
Ooh.
Wow. How about that, huh?
Oh,
I love it.
Multimedia event.
It will be a multimedia event. That's how we're billing it, Kevin. Very good.
Okay.
I love it. It'll be at the Maltz Jupiter Theater, October 11th.
Okay.
Set in stone.
So we know that, but the name has not been announced, right? So they didn't miss anything.
They have not missed it yet. It's still a secret.
One text says, "Whatever happened with the Weird and Whatever podcast? I noticed there hasn't been an episode posted in a month."
It is the summertime, so our schedule has changed a bit. We're trying to reconfigure that. We have a snack pack show coming up and a movie that we're filming. So it's been kind of a tough schedule, and then doing the morning show.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It's been a lot, but we're gonna try to reconfigure our schedule so everyone can do it.
Okay.
Because Denny's is a big part of that podcast as well, and my man's only got so many hours as well too. Before, and he's got a little baby.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
Something's got to give. You can't do everything. You are not a clone.
Yeah, and the weird one, that's one of those things where it's kind of like we try to do a couple mini seasons throughout the year because it can be tough to get everyone together.
Sure. And you have some of your players that are like, I know Vicky's a school teacher, so she's off in the summer. So
exactly.
She's traveling, and you can't make her come back from vacation to do a free podcast.
What we're going to try to do for the Weird Whatever podcast, I'm going to hopefully try to get it on the weekends before we film in the morning.
Got it.
A question here. Whatever happened to Jbird doing push-ups every day? He was going to add a push-up per day. Where are you with that?
I have regressed.
Okay, all right. So that's okay.
Well, I did the push-ups, and it wasn't related to my hip issue, but I came in that one day looking like just who did it and ran because I was having a flare-up of my hip. That was right before I got the epidural, and people were just, they weren't happy.
Okay, all right. Another question here. Did Virginia ever post a video of Rocco demonstrating how to sweep a car for tracking devices?
Oh, I did not, but I can because he has that equipment. A very kind KVJ Nationer who does spy vehicles hooked him up with spy cameras and also spy detection. Like you can see if there's a listening device in any room, in any car, it beeps.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. A question here from Patty. She said, is there a place to find the list of words Kevin uses for the song game you play or the topics for the match game? I would like to play with my friends.
Oh.
Okay. That is a solid idea. We don't have anything posted right now, but I will tell you there is discussion about doing some KVJ game apps.
Oh.
Where first one we're probably going to work on is a no-name movie game where you'll be able to play that, download an app, and then play it that way. So
I love it.
Yeah, so we hope to roll out some of the KVJ games in app form so you can just download that and you can play that way.
This is how we do. It's the KVJ Show.